Give me a quick minute. Oops, wrong way. Yeah, that's about right. Right. Okay, the camera angle is a little bit different than normal, but basically we've had a bit of a shift around in my room, and yes, we're playing part 3 of Alan Wake, so I hope you enjoy. I was gonna say, I've got a YouTube channel called PICK&MIX Gamer as well, same icon. The only thing that's different is that it's not got the word "and" in it, it's got the "and" symbol, so pick and the symbol "and" gamer. No, PICK&MIX Gamer, sorry. Yeah, it's just not the word "and", it's the "and" symbol. Yes, and if you like anything on Twitch or anything on my YouTube channel...
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Deliverance. I was gonna say, for anyone who's not seen that film, there is a very disturbing scene in it. But like I said, I've got a Twitch channel and a YouTube channel, so if you want to pop over, subscribe or follow any of them, it's fine. Oh! No, no, keep the lights on. Right, that door's locked. And we're going to see to this kid... see to a kidnapper who supposedly kidnapped Alice, I think her name was. I must admit, I meant to get back to this, and honestly, I completely... I didn't forget, but it just got put off and put off. Ooh! Okay, got a nice double-sized bed in my bedroom now.
Wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with your spirit every step of the way, Al. Watch the door now.
Good to know, just don't, you know, barricade it, because if I need to peg it back in, then, you know. You bugger off. Ooh, manuscript. Yes, let's give that a read. Barry's doubts wake sanity.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Aww. He's only worried for his mate, isn't he? Ooh.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented.
Ooh.
It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Right. It wouldn't be any use to you in the forest, the car. Okay. Never mind that people, the Taken, the shadow people, have been chasing you. Yeah, we'll just sort of, you know, put that to the side. And with a very sturdy car like that, you could quite literally smash into them so they don't cause any issues. But yeah, it won't be any use to you. Not to mention you can get there quicker than walking and running.
I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done. But I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them. And they had Alice.
Fair point. I was gonna say, I'll probably play this again another time. Just to make sure I get the manuscripts and that lot. Right, so there's a bit down there. Can I wander in this house? Whoa, my god, you can.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deer Fest plan, Mark? My plan? You'll make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
Someone was just there. I seen him.
I'm getting a little too rickety.
Well, I'm listening to the radio station.
Gentlemen, huh? Yes, exactly that. But I'm going to check out the periodicals. And I'll be one of the fine contest judges, too. Well, that takes
Bugger off the lot of years.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Right, I'm
Now,
gone.
Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman. That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning. But you're not taking part in the fishing contest? No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore.
Yeah.
Now I just like to take
He
the
does
time,
pass eventually.
enjoy the piece of it. It's no fun if I get to worry about what I'm catching, you know? Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way. Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Hello, Mr. Deer. Where have you gone? I know you were here. I saw you walk past the window. I'm not a dipstick. Where are you? Freak. Ugh. Getting Silent Hill vibes from that when that girl was sitting on the ring tire on the cover of the game. Oh my god, what did I say? Go away. Oh bloody hell, what's that? What's that? Right, hazard, drop, yes, a very sensible hazard sign. Not so sensible to kind of build a thing hanging over it, but still. Oh. Okay, on with the game. Yeah, I like that there in the background. Builds up the atmosphere. Kind of, in a weird way. Yeah, not too close to me blinds, it's alright. Anything in here? No. Oh wait, I'm gone. No. Nothing in there. Well. Ooh. Okay. Lights. Oh, you can't do the light switch. Can't do the light switch. Ooh, Palm Springs.
Crime and punishment.
Night Springs, sorry, not Palm Springs.
But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
Yeah, Night Springs.
Tonight's episode: The Man in the Mirror.
Okay, gonna be keeping my eyes open.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you see the guy and, quoting from the officer,
Oh, excuse me.
assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows. Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left.
Sorry everyone, just 1 minute, I won't be 1 minute. Hiya everyone, sorry about that.
Believe me. You bastard. What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Okay. Alright. Another episode of Night Springs. Now let's check around to see if there are any people. I'm wondering actually, did someone walk by, you know, as I was watching that? I couldn't see him at the front, but it's got me thinking. Ugh. Right, the bird demon's coming again, whoever it is. And we'll be ready for him. Ooh.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Ugh. It makes me wonder actually, sometimes when you write stories, did the characters ever feel the pain you're actually putting them through?
Vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Rusty, damn.
Get away from Rusty.
I'm coming! Please!
Rusty, where are you? Oh, I'm out of stamina. I can't bloody. Yes, I can hear you. Just let me lay the story
visitor
first.
center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
You won't die alone, Rusty. Just give me a minute.
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Promise, I'll help. Just let me explore.
Hello?
Come on, Rusty. Where are you? Cutie little Rusty.
Mr. Wake?
Hello.
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page.
Oh, let Max out.
It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Let Max
Whatever
out.
did this
I wanna...
couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
No, let me let Max out. I don't want to leave him there. So if I pick up the revolver, do I drop the key? Ooh, no I don't. So why'd you drop the damn key then? Why'd I drop the revolver then, you friggin' idiot? Okay.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Unlock. Yeah, keep that bloody eye on it. Okay. Ooh. Nah, get the manuscript first.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Aww.
It's true what they say about the fall.
Sorry, I've just realised I don't think I've actually...
I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Now the voice sounds different on that one, so I'm wondering, is it still the same guy who's reading it?
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Yeah, so if you've got a question mark with it, it means you've not read it, and if it's got like a little flame in a circle, it means you have to find it in nightmare difficulty mode. So some of these pages I won't be able to get until excuse me, until I play the nightmare mode, basically. Alright, so we got... Ooh! What was that? Voila.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Hey, hey, hey! Rusty! Doggy! Never mind, Rusty! Doggy! Doggy! Max! Max!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Doggy!
I just need my tingling senses.
Oh, dickheads. You know what? You weren't my dogs, mate. It weren't my dog, but it was a dog nonetheless. That is something I will never forgive. Max?
Something had torn a man-sized hole in the wall.
Don't feed the animals.
Max?
Fishing!
Is over.
Bridges up, Mark.
Mission.
License!
Ah.
The Park Ranger
There you are. Rusty, what did you do to Max?
Rusty, no! Never. Two bears and wolves never approached any other world closer than
Anything else?
pets must be leashed.
Stay still, you prick. There we go, that's how you dodge. Come on, Rusty, break free of the darkness.
This includes even simple berries.
Wanna know where Max is? Come on! Max? Oh, bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. Come on, reload the gun, reload the gun. Smashing. Where's Max? Right, there's something over here because my light keeps flashing on it. And here we go. Revolver ammo. I was wondering, actually, looking at the bloody bullets it had, I was like, oh. I was like, I've not got many left. Oh, but I have 8 batteries left. Where's Max? The dog. I want to know if that dog's safe. Drop hazard. Hello. Ah, checkpoint. Feel the light, people. Freedom. Oh, where am I going now? Ah, there we go. Actually, can you get over there? Can you jump over or something? Oh. Hello?
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Yeah.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Well,
You're not crazy.
if Barry saw
You're
it,
not crazy.
then
Ow, be
you're not
careful.
really crazy.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Yeah, Barry. Listen to him. Checkpoint reached. Okay, well there's only one. There was only a checkpoint there. I think they made the checkpoint a bit too bloody soon here. Unless there's the boss coming up. Yeah, there's probably a boss coming up in here. Batteries. Yes, batteries. Bugger off. Go on. Bounce around a little bit. You know, Alan's remarkably calm for someone who's literally seen all this stuff. Do not feed the wildlife. Friggin' field, what the hell am I on about?
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Ugh, I can hear someone breathing and I don't know if it's him. Okay, I'll pop down here because I'm nosy. Ooh, see? Curiosity pays off every now and then. We're approaching a secret chest. See it? There? Ooh. Oh, the rocks hitting against each other. That's mint. The sound of it. Haha. Here we go. Ooh, shotgun. lithium batteries, flare gun, shotgun, and we'll go back to the normal gun because shotguns are powerful and we won't be wasting the bullets unless necessary. I do understand my picture's a bit dark on this, by the way. I will sort it in a minute. Right, just give me a minute while I think of something. Just give me a quick minute. Nearly dropped my camera then. Sorry everyone, will not be 1 minute. My PS4 grips are getting very temperamental. Oh, flipping heck. Oh. Sorry about that then. My camera nearly knocked back, and the bloody PS4 grips, you know, that allow the air to circulate through it, they started getting friggin' temperamental. That's alright, or is it a bit too bright? Hang on a minute. Whoop! It's not too bad, I can fix it in editing. Yeah, I was gonna say that's better. I think before it was just a little bit too bright, so the glare was on you, sort of thing. Oh, right. Ooh. Oh, you broke me lamppost, you pricks. Ooh. Oh my god! Get out my way. Oh, bloody hell. Ow. Oh, that was a bit too close then. Can I crap myself? No? Okay. Cheers. I'll just sort of wait a little bit until my health sort of goes up a little bit. Okay, health's there. Oh wait, it's not. There were 4 segments of health. Bloody hell, I only thought there were 3. Right, Lover's Peak's that way. There'll be something hidden here. Haha, there we go. Marvellous.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Yeah, I mean, that's it sometimes. You will get fans and stuff like that who do, like, look to go towards celebrities and stuff. And it is nice to be peaceful, but then if you ever go missing, ideally they are the type of fans that you want on the side. Okay, I think we're going a bit too far off track here. Lover's Peak. Here we go. Screwed up a bit with my stamina there. Ah, the old oak tree. Was I meant to go up there? Checkpoint. Oh, thank heaven. Shotgun ammo. Shotgun. Not gonna argue that. Still not gonna use it on the minor taken, I'll call them. I do feel bad calling them that. I do, but still. Hey you! Really? Seriously, bugger off. Okay. The Great Old One. Felled by lightning in 1937, this exceptional tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that bit, was over 200 years old. According to local legend, it stretched beyond stars. After it fell, it measured to be 66 metres tall, nearly a record length. Ooh. I don't doubt. Yay! Let's go through! Seriously? Oh, bloody hell! Ooh. Yeah, I got in the wrong position. I think what I should have done then is go down the hill, turn around, because then the torch should be on all of them. But still, I'm not wasting my shotgun unless necessary. Come on, do the man job. Oh, I didn't know he could do that. Right, come on. That's it, we're sprimping on batteries now. Really? Alan, what are you? Right, you bloody... You're taking hatchets to the chest and you're not even freaking passing out. I think I'm going to have to use the shotgun though, aren't I? Because I've only got 19 bullets left. But I'm going to... wait gradually until my health sort of restores a bit. You know, the time it's going to take, I may as well just run back here and run back down, seriously. Nah, you're alright. I never buy followers or anything like that. Just give me one moment, people. Swear, it's always a nightmare to find this. There we go. And I'm just going to pop this message in because I forgot to. Ka-ching. There we go. Yeah, I was going to say, I never buy followers, you know, nothing like that, because it never gets you anywhere. Oh, what's that? Ah, hiking trail. Right, I can still hear the voices. I think when it's like this and you hear the whispers from every direction, I think it's just like they keep coming after you. Yeah. They keep coming after you regardless of how many you kill. Oh god, I'm jogging again! I'm doing the man jog, I've run out of stamina. Oh! Oh god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die! Really? You're playing it like that? Where's the... Oh my god. You've got rid of the light. You pricks. Light! 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 Where are you? Lamppost? Lovely lamppost. You were here a minute ago. I know, because I saw you. What was that then? Hunting your own food can what?
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Interesting. Someone's left that behind. Stop knocking out the damn phones and lights, Taken. Friggin' hell, you can talk. Kind of, in a weird way. Just give me a message. Bear alert. Oh. Am I gonna have to fight a bear? I was gonna say, it's not... It's not necessarily bad to navigate your way with this game. I think this is where the shotgun may come in handy. Ah! Go away. Oh, bloody hell. Woo! Oh, bloody hell. What is wrong with you, Miss Stickle? Ugh, get a bloody blunt object like a normal person. Nah, that's not fair, really, that is it. What's up here? My senses are tingling. Is there something up here? No. Ooh, light! Glorious light! The saviour of Earth! I just want to see what's down here. Speaking of which, we've not found any thermals yet, have we? Light? Safe light? Light that doesn't blink off very quickly, light? Ah. Right, so we can't go this way, I'm assuming? No? Why the hell is there a manuscript page there if we can't go in? That's not fair. We can!
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
That's not very healthy. Driving and booze. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. I want to see what's down the other way. I'm getting back over that bridge. Yes, I am. Yes. And I'm going back because I want to see what we're down here. I saw a very big tree trunk that looks like something's been thrown at it. Ah, what did I say? Thermos! Dates from 1846. Tree. Oh yeah, the tree ring was cut from started growing in 1846, the year of the Oregon Treaty was signed, I think that says. Other notable events marked on the ring. 1853, the Washington Territory was formed. 1878, the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Co. and the town itself. 1889, Washington was granted statehood. 1929, the tree damaged in forest fire. 1970, the Bright Falls Mining Co. closes its doors after a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake. 1980, Mount St. Helens erupts. And 1987, tree felled by storm. We can see all the dates on there. Whack! Oh, bloody hell, I didn't know that actually worked! Oh, bloody hell! Sorry, Alan, I didn't think that'd actually whack you in the head like that. Okay. Now we can go. I must admit though, I do love that detail in the game, the fact that it actually recognises that if a log that big a slice of a log actually whacked you in the face. It would actually hurt. I do appreciate that detail. What was that? Yeah, just in case. Yeah. Don't go down. Oh, no. We wait for that. Get up, you prick. Bloody hell. This doesn't look ominous. Flare gun.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
Yay! We still have friends.
Flashlights, kid stuff.
We still have friends, people.
The flares will keep the bastards away.
Yeah.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Nah.
Why? Because that's the way the story goes. Yeah, but... Let's move! I lost my gun back there. Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him. It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name.
Yeah.
We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper. Come on, Wake! You better keep up.
What makes you think he's the bloody kidnapper? Crying out loud! Oh god, I wasted 2 flares. Idiot. Three left.
What I got for you?
Oh, I thought there were one there. Come on. Well, I'm not wasting a flare on one.
That's right. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no can do. Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
Yeah! Your own time, love. I know it's difficult. Done yet?
Just a little longer. I almost got it.
Oh, we get 4 in close proximity though. last minute. Oh, that is so aggravating. If you would have given me the gun, I could have fought them off.
Flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
We'll do
Give
it
me the
then.
gun.
Flipping heck.
Yeah, no can do.
Yeah. Well, this is why I died last time. Prick.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun.
No time for back talk. Damn it.
Ugh.
Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
If you say so. Oh, oh, oh!
Okay, it's over. Die already, die! Stop moving!
Ooh, lights.
Oh, you feeling better now, Wake? All cozy and safe.
Not the middle finger then. Not the middle. It was the marriage finger, not the middle finger.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
Give me the gun then, you pillock. Oh, thermos, thermos. Sorry, very last minute.
This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun. They're coming.
That's not how this goes. Get with the program. What I got for you?
Okay, mate, I could fire a lot quicker than what you're doing. Seriously, I could fire things a lot quicker.
Fighting me!
Yeah! I'm not wasting the flares. You can curse all you want. I'm not wasting the flares. Oh!
That's right. That's right. Oh, you just keep coming.
Come on, do your job, bugger 'em off.
Hey, Wake.
Oh, for crying. Right, last flare, last flare. Back, back, I stay back. Yep, yep, yep. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die! I'm dead, I'm dead. Oh, so aggravating. Right, so we can still use the flashlight.
Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun. They're coming.
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
I think I sort of wasted that one then unintentionally. Oh my god.
Bring it!
Oh my god. Right, three flares left, people. Ah! Oh, so aggravating. See, why can't I have that hatchet?
Piece of cake, Wake.
There we go. Don't have to waste a flare on that. Ah! Bugger off. Woo! Oh. Dodge, dodge, dodge! Missed by a mile. Ooh, I love that. All done? All done? Done? Yeah.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
How do we even know she's still alive? I mean, I know we heard her on the phone, but...
No! Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me?
He could have already... He could have already killed her, you know what I mean? You don't know that if anyone ever threatened you with stuff like that.
Because he thought it held some magical power, but I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Well, we do kind of.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
You see, that's it. From what I understand, that's not necessarily the darkness. That's like the fear inside your own head. So, where do I go? Here we go. Tiptoe, tiptoe. Fucking get him. Yeah, we'll just kind of run across there. Ooh. Manuscript. Oh! I thought that was a manuscript! Ah!
Warned me about this eclipse. It hurt like hell. I was stuck.
I thought it was a bloody manuscript. It was glowing on the ground. Cheeky bloody. Okay. Now we know better. Don't we? How do you... Right, I think it's just supposed to give you a warning it's there. I don't think you can actually disarm it. But I'll still be looking for him, because we won't know if we're going across a manuscript or a bear trap. Right, one there, one there, one there, one there. One there. It don't look like anything's back here. Except these bits. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, no. I want my shotgun back. Oh. Achievement? Yeah. I don't know if I've actually got the achievement there. Oh, wait. Yeah, bloody hell, I forgot about this. Hang on. Yeah. It shows, like, on the statistics, it shows, like, I think it has, like, cans of pyramids knocked over. 1 of 12. Shit. Oh, I hate it when I miss stuff like that. You alright, lads? Nice. Okay. Anything there? Indeed. Ooh, anything in here? No. Do we know where Max is yet? Oh, can't get up there. Got a minute, back down here. Haha. Oh my god! Get off, you prick. Oh, scared the crap out of me, that then.
The night had been one desperate situation after another. I was exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Yeah. So yes, I'm going to take the rifle. Thought it was the shotgun. The shotgun had more of blast power, but still better than a pistol. Now I'm wondering, can I get some more bullets for this bloody gun? Okay, light. The whispers are back. I swear, have you got nothing better to do, the lot of yous? You're too late. I got the damn generator moving. Revolver, still got the flare. Take it, we've got to run up here, kind of. Oops. Thermos! Happy. Right, you, launching the hatchet at me head. Okay. Yeah, I'll say it as many times as I have to, though, seriously, the atmosphere in this is fantastic. Don't fall into the river! Reminds me of Resident Evil, this one. Like the baker's outhouse or something, or outer house, or the old house, I think it were called. Yeah, the old house. What was that? Ah. Oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm not focusing my flashlight. If I can just bloody shine the... Yeah. Yeah. Reach the top of the mill. You know what, it was funny actually, I was actually thinking about this the other day. I'd just love to have a bathtub like that, only bigger. Not so you're scrunched up in it, you know, really scrunched up, but just having a bathtub like that, only, like, massive. I don't know why, I just suddenly got an urge to have one like that. Haha.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
To be fair, that is true. Right, Rusty's final thoughts. I don't think I've read that yet.
In
Unread.
that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Sweet Rose. Oh, manuscript, manuscript! Oh, thank God. Woo!
When Barry saw the darkness attack the visitor center, it made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank.
Huh?
Somehow the world had changed. Like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show.
Or both?
When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Hey up. Alright, God. It were there then when I seen that. So I thought to myself, oh, nice one, we've got 1 page left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages left. 2 of them we can only get in nightmare mode. Again, I'm not spending my flashlight. I'm scrimping on the I was going to say the bullets then. I'm scrimping on the batteries. Ooh, coffee, the good stuff. Only when you need to stay awake though. It sends me to sleep, but yeah. Normally if you need to stay awake, it's the good stuff. Yeah. Dirty oil stains. Or black goop or whatever it is that it's supposed to be. And the fog is really powerful up here. Make it through the woods. The darkness wears her face. Oh. Oh, sorry. The darkness wears her face. Okay. Hunting rifle. I'll have a few more of those bullets. Ha 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 ha! Gotcha.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
But I will say it, the guy who does his voice, absolute fantastic. Oh bloody hell. Oh damn, I'm not caught, am I? Oh thank God. No, I'm not. Ugh. Okay, this is all tree stuff, kind of, planting new trees. Oh, right, we'll go up there. Yeah, usually when it says to go one way, usually if you go the other way, you usually find something. Ooh. Nice. Oops, sorry Alan. Dear sweet Alan. Sorry, I'm gone. Ah, right, no, I know what it is. Sorry. I think. Ah, right, yeah, I know what it is. Sorry, no, when I open, like, that part of me thing, when I look into it, like, where I am, I can't... I can't see anything out the window, but in the reflection there in the camera, I can see some, you know, in the thing, and when I open the blinds, I can't see it, and I was there thinking, what the friggin' hell's that? Not very comforting seeing stuff like that out your window when you're playing a bloody horror game. Oh, bloody hell, forgot about that again. We're exhaling again, so I'll get my breath back, so if I need to peg it, I'll be able to do it with ease. Ha 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 ha. Right. Can we get to there? I'm going to assume yes, because it seems it's the only way we can go. Yay! Yeah, frig off. I'm bloody watching you. Yeah? I don't doubt. I don't know why. I don't think it is, but they just remind me of teenagers in joggers, and I honestly don't know what it is. Oh, I've got my eye on you, mate. Don't you worry. Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. At least your face looks decent this time. No, that's not fair on him really, is it? Well, it's his fault he turned out the way he was it? Depending on which of the movies you watched. Okay. Arrgh! I hate that. Sorry, timer on me, tell it. Right, we've just come from there. Haha, campgrounds. Safety. Safety. Checkpoint.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
That's actually a really good film, that. The Birds by Alfred Hitchcock, I think it's called. It's actually on, I've seen it before, it is a good film. All these films, from what I remember, are actually good.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
Right, so, because we're out of the woods now, I'm going to leave it here, because preferably I like to do it chapter by chapter, but I think if I carry on it's going to get to like 2 hours or something. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the stream so far. If you did, please consider following me on Twitch and pop by my YouTube channel as well to let me know what you think. And with any luck, I'll see you in my next video. Say bye, and please stay safe, remember.